There is no quality, there is no desire, there is no ambition, there is no proactiveness, there is no interest. We've had bad squads, we've had bad players at Manchester United, guys, don't get it twisted. But is this the worst Manchester United squad we've had ever? Not just post Sir Alex Ferguson, but ever. Welcome to the hotspot, and in this video I'm here to draw your mind to how bad our squad currently is. Now look guys, don't get this twisted. We've had players like Bebe at Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson, in his own admission, said he did not know about Bebe until he was brought to him from Portugal and he signed him. He regretted making such a signing. We've had Jemba. We've had many bad squads. We've had players like West Brown. I think, to be honest, at some point I felt like West Brown was even worse than the Harry Maguire when he was making howlers. But all these average players were part of a team that had something special. Let me tell you, United has never been known for having the greatest individual players. Not so many of them, to be honest. We've had a few names. Don't get me wrong. But generally, by and large, Roy Keane was never the most talented player. Players like Gary Neville, never the most talented. Phil Neville, Fletcher, these were never the most talented players. If you think about it, United always had a bunch of mediocre players and a few close to world-class players. But the one thing that all Manchester United squads that I've watched had was the heart. All United squads had the heart, the character. Whatever they lacked in quality was replaced with character. You go to Old Trafford and beat United, and in the next game they don't come up with a response. Trust you me, that's not United. Sir Alex Ferguson will pull up the hairdryer. You would never see United lose so many games like that at Old Trafford, beaten by Bournemouth by 4-0, and in the next game, Bayern beats you in the same game, in a game that is a decider, and no one is getting a red card. No one is, trying to cause a scene, create a scene. There is no one that was dying for the badge. There was no heart. This is Manchester United. I mean, we've had the likes of Fellaini, if you remember. That squad was really, I think, in the recent times, it was one of my worst, really. Fellaini running all over the place. We had, who else? I even forget, some of the names. But they all sort of had a fight in them, I felt they had a bit of a fight in them. Honestly, these players that we have currently are proper money makers with no heart for this club. There's only a few of them who try. Guys, I mean, and you can say I'm just being biased. Let's go position per position. Andre Onana in goal. Onana, certainly, you cannot even see what he has or lacks right now. He's just not confident. He's all over the place. He's still playing in his head. He has failed to fit in and be comfortable that he's in the best club in the world. Perhaps he has still not yet gotten over the fact that he made it to this level. Onana is, for me, and we had mediocre goalkeepers. Fabian Barthez, for me, was never a great goalkeeper. In fact, the Barthez squad, I remember, is one of the Man United squads that I was never so confident in. I felt it looked a bit shaky at times whenever we went into games, but they still had the heart. That's why they were still winning. Go away from that. Right back, Diogo Dalot. Oh my goodness. Diogo Dalot. Dalot and Wan-Bissaka in the right back position. Wan-Bissaka has failed to be consistent. At some point, he threatened to be world class, and then he drops deep down. So the contract talks are about to go on, and I'm waiting to see what kind of conversations they will have. Diogo Dalot looks like he's improving, but he's all over the place. He has failed to identify himself. He has failed to have the concentration and the mindset of a Manchester United player. There is no class in these players. United lacks class. We lack quality. We lack class. Look at the left back. Luke Shaw is obviously all now going down. He has been lowered down to the level of all the players he's around. He was almost world class because he's the longest surviving member of the United squad. He had, as if tried, because of injuries, we always felt when he's fit, he will be up there. But I feel like his level is also being lowered down because, I mean, you can't be a one-eyed man among the blind forever. You will become blind too. So, disassociate. So, Luke Shaw is also being pulled down to the level of these, level mediocre players we've got. We see a player like Sofiane Amrabat trying to fight with a bit of heart, but he's fighting alone and covering so much distance. He's all over the place. He has no control. He's just as if playing survival football. I saw him with Kobe Maino. Instead of leaving the ball for Maino, who is facing the field and having the most space to go forward, he's insisting on taking the ball away and he's colliding with the ball. Well, never mind the fact that I think the minutes the two were on the pitch were our most controlled minutes. Exactly what I've been saying. But anyway, going back to this team, United has always had a balance of not so talented players, but has always had one lowest common multiple. That's character. Sir Alex Ferguson managed to instill a character of winners and champions and fighters who fight for the fortress of Old Trafford. That's what United is known for. That's why we supported United. We did not support United because we had the most fancy players. Yes, we had a few players who had quality. Babatov, who had that class. Ruud van Nistelrooy had that quality of a finisher. But we have never have been known for having the best talent, natural talent in the world. So that's not us. But we've always had the heart. We are fighters. That's who we are. These players are not fighters. For me, they have got nothing driving them. There is nothing driving them to fight. There is nothing to fight for. Either they don't want to play for the Glazers, but even it's not about the Glazers. It's for the badge, putting on the Man United badge. None of these players, only a few of them look like they deserve to be putting on the Manchester United jersey. So I try to compare this squad to all our worst squads we've had. I mean, we've had a squad that had Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, yeah, Ashley Young, this little twins, the Da Silva, whatever, Rafael twins. Yeah, a bunch of nobodies beating Manchester City or Arsenal by 8 goals. Never because of their talent, it was their character. They had the character of United. They would fight, and they were always fierce. We've lost the scare because all our players look shaky. They look timid. They look like they're not sure of what they're doing. How did we even scout them? How did we even get down to this level that we are having these players who cannot understand what it means to play for Manchester United? It is sad, it is painful. You think about it, and my honest verdict for me is I've seen Manchester United games, I've watched Manchester United squads, I've watched some poor squads, Manchester United. I've seen some players who joined United, and I'm thinking, what's that? Really? How is that a Manchester United player? But I have never seen a team, a squad, a Manchester United team that has no fire, has no character, has no drive, has no ambition, have no effort, has no desire, have no initiative, have no interest, have no fight, have no spirit in them, have no zeal to compete and win games like this one. The only one thing I currently want to see about Manchester United is Kobe Maino. When Kobe Maino is not in the squad, I'm mentally, and I'm putting on this. This is Uplift Causes. It's my mental health organization. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, Uplift Causes. I will hear some stories of kids, about their mental health and all. And trust me, our mental health as Manchester United supporters is about to be tested. This is going to be a record all-time test we're about to face because this squad is so bad. Eric Ten Hag, in his own admission, said he doesn't have the quality to be consistent. Trust you me, that is because we don't have class quality. We don't have so many players in this team fitting to be Manchester United players. And in that regard, for me, this is the worst Manchester United squad I have seen. Comment, challenge me with a comment in the comment section. If you agree with me, super fun. Yeah, say it.